Today's lesson is about solving equations in which you have the variable show up on both sides of the equal sign. So let's right away look at the first example. 3x plus 16 equals 5x. So if I draw my line at my equal sign, the problem is that I have the variable x on both sides. What you need to do is to get the variable onto one side. You cannot combine 3x and 5x to get 8x because they're on opposite sides. You have to move one of them to the other side by doing its opposite. And since this 5x is all by itself on one side, we want to make sure that we move the 3x over. Because if we move the 5x over, there'll be nothing left on this side. So to move a positive 3x, we're going to have to subtract the whole term together and subtract 3x on both sides. So I rewrote what I have, and I'm going to subtract 3x and do that on both sides. So on the left, my 3x's cancel, and I'm left with 16 equals 5x minus 3x is 2x. And now all I'm left to do is divide both sides by 2. So x equals 8. X equals 8. Now let's check our solution to see if it works. If I rewrite the equation, 3x plus 16 equals 5x, now let's plug in 8. So we have 3 times 8 plus 16 equals 5 times 8. On the left, we get 24 plus 16, and on the right, 5 times 8 is 40. And then back on the left, 24 plus 16 is 40. So we get the same number on both sides, which shows that 8 is our correct answer. Okay, example 2, we have 12y equals 2y plus 40. So we have 12y on this side, 2y on this side, and we want to get the variable all onto one side. Well, we're going to have to move the 2y over here because if you move the 12y, there'll be nothing left over on the left side of the equal sign. So to move that whole term, because it's positive, we have to subtract 2y on both sides. So on the right, my 2y's cancel. On the left, 12y minus 2y is 10y equals, on the right side I have 40, and now all I'm left to do is divide both sides by 10. So y equals 40 divided by 10 is 4. Now let's check our solution. You have to plug 4 in to both y's. So we have 12 times 4 equals 2 times 4 plus 40. 12 times 4 is 48 equals 2 times 4 is 8 plus 40 is 48. So we got the same number on both sides, which shows that our answer is correct. Okay, the third example looks a little bit different. 7 minus 2x equals x minus 14. So we have two different things on both sides of the equal sign. On the left I have a negative 2x, and on the right I just have a positive 1x. And I have to get my variables onto one side using inverse operations. Now you have a choice. I could either add 2x to move to that side, or I could subtract x to move to this side. And you just have to decide, do I want to add 2x to both sides to cancel, or do I want to subtract x? So, what I like to do, some students always move to the left, so the variable's on the left every time. I like to always move in a way that creates a positive variable. So what I want to do is add 2x to both sides. So if I add 2x here and add 2x over here, cancels here. On the left I have 7 equals, I'm going to combine my like terms, x plus 2x is 3x, and then I have this minus 14. And now I'm down to a two-step equation, and I want to solve for x. So I'm going to add 14 to both sides. So add 14 here and here, cancels out here. 7 plus 14 is 21, and that equals 3x. And my last step is to divide by 3 and divide by 3. So x equals 7. Now I want to show you don't have to write this down, how you can do this same problem a little bit differently and still get the same answer. In this example, instead of adding 2x, I'm going to subtract x. So on the right side, my x's cancel out. And on the left side, I'm going to combine my like terms, negative 2x minus x. So I'm left with 7 minus 3x equals a negative 14. Now I'm going to subtract 7 on both sides. So here they cancel, and I'm left with a negative 3x equals negative 21. And then if I divide both sides by negative 3, I get that x equals a positive 7. So either way, no matter which way that you move the variable, you get the same answer, x equals 7. Okay, let's do one more together, and then you can try 2 on your own. 3x plus 8 equals 2x minus 7. I need to get my variable onto one side, so I can either subtract 3x or I can subtract 2x. In this example, I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. So on the right side, my 2x's cancel. On the left side, I need to combine like terms. 3x minus 2x is 1x, so I can write it as just x. And then plus 8 equals a negative 7. And now, I just need to subtract 8 on both sides. So x plus 8 minus 8 equals negative 7 minus 8. So x equals negative 15. And don't forget that you can always check your answer by plugging your answer back into the equation. 3x plus 8 equals 2x minus 7. So 3 times negative 15 is negative 45, negative 45 plus 8, and that's equal to 2 times negative 15 is negative 30 minus 7. And then this simplifies to negative 37 on both sides, so it checks. Here are 2 examples I want you to try on your own, so pause the video and write them down and then come back and check your answers. You should get the x equals 18 for the first one and x equals 5 for the second one. So there's your first lesson on solving equations with variables on both sides. And then our last lesson, you will have to distribute and combine like terms and move your variables to one side, all just to solve a multi-step equation.